Top of the morning, ladies. My name is Chaz, and welcome to the What If Zuko had upgrade speed, each powers, and the would he be frostbite or frostbite? So yeah, and sorry about that. Well, and Zuko, or this is the 3-part one. Used to be like 2-part, or like with like common powers, and that was the first one. Second one was like upgrades, and then like now it's a 3-part. So just fair warning for all you guys. Okay? So yeah, Zuko was born as that. So yeah, I was gonna make What If I Meet Way Bad, or Female Way Bad, and the from Ben 10, but I'm like, nah, I'll just do this 3-part, so it's gonna be hilarious. So each one, or just for a disclaimer thing, the last two, like overheat and overcharge, they don't have any trade-off to. So yeah, and then but these ones is now like he comes back as someone stronger. Like basically, I was gonna start with him, but then him. Then I was like, no, just do him and then him and then him, or him and then him. Okay, so yeah, just for plot reasons. So let's begin. Zuko was born, and yeah, it and his sister, her, is in it. But instead of like Zumi, this time I'm gonna throw in the her. Yeah. She was. So, yeah. So they both were born, and then like he was pretty fast on his feet. So yeah, he had a lot of energy, and yeah, he absorbs, or he sometimes he freaks his mom out about like him using his special abilities, and like he runs fast. He could out fast all the speed quirk users if he wanted to, with or without their support course or support items. So yeah. Then he 15, they took his sister to the doctors to see what she has. Hold on. As she has illusion quirk. Basically, this kind. And like the Justice League one. So, yeah. And their brother, or they kept him around, usually in like the this one when he was born as goo thing, they got rid of him. Yeah. I mean, he stayed around, and yeah, he's basically, when his body evolved into a human, and her personality isn't like almost just identical to her like Justice League form. So she really likes it, her brother. So yeah. Now we move on to, it's a time skip thing, to 15. And yeah. Needs someone powerful enough to be his like sister. Other because the Zumi has like, I don't want to overuse her. So yeah. Or let's say instead of using like, or instead of having one sister, he has two. Her and her. So yeah. And they both have powers, and they're used to each other's. So yeah. Rain, or Deku is so excited. He was actually was going to UA. So yeah. He got so like happy that he actually ran so fast, and like, hilarious part, I'm just gonna throw it in for just, it would be like a villain one, but he is so happy to want to become a hero. So yeah, he was or his sisters got in, but not him, because they thought he was a freak thing, and they need him to go away. So that's pretty sad, yes. But he was like, man, see you later, sisters. As, of course, she's like, see you later, brother. As, yeah. Then, when he was walking home, the doctor that diagnosed her and her with like quart things, he says, Zuko Midoriya. Because he was walking around as he sees, how about, because you can't go into UA, so how about you join us, or join the villains thing? And pretty powerful. And he didn't get, like, or Zuko doesn't get one for all, but his sister does. This one, yeah. So the doctor took Zuko to see All for One. And, yeah, and joined Shiraki-san with a League of Villains. So, yeah. They need a speedster, actually. So, their plan was to attack USJ and, like, all that stuff. So then, after Kirigiri meets him, and Kobo, I'm skipping the ball throw and the heroes versus villains, because Zuko wasn't in it, so I'm skipping that part. Went to USJ. All the way to USJ. Zuko was as not anticipated in it because All for One told him. As, yeah. But instead he's training his body to become a lot stronger. So yeah, Zuko is gonna be in the successor for All for One, because when he was like trying to do it, he fails, and so that's why he sees him as a failure. So yeah. So then Zuko was like, okay. As he's training his body to handle All for One's quirk. So yeah. Now I'm skipping the whole arc. Or no, skipping the sports festival, mall arc, Stain arc, then mall arc, and then the camp arc, because they're going all the way to All for One versus All Main, and Zuko was basically, he says as to himself, as All for One knows that Zuko, is, you're just as his favorite idol was All Might. So yeah, he's kind of like, he was sad that he had to become a villain. As yeah, he battled against All Might, but Zuko looks at he looked at All for One, and as he says, just finish him off. As yeah, he can't do it because his body can't handle so much grief thing. So yeah, but he decides to attack All for One instead, because as Zuko says, you know what really ticks me off? As he transforms into this thing. As he multiplies himself by thousands around, and he used cold breath to encase All for One in ice. As he looks at All Might and says, or actually, when I said she's getting one for all, well, All Might still has one for all. But Zuko trained his body so much that even he was actually, they didn't tell him, or no, he didn't tell them that more training for his body, the bigger my forms get. Yeah, so Zuko took All Might to the heroes to make sure that he's get recovered. As All for One breaks out of there, as he says, that's cold. Zuko made a joke about cold, so before, but he's like, well, looks like someone's gonna be on ice for all eternity. As he trained his body more before, so now he's became this. So yeah, he went toe to toe with All for One, and actually he's not holding back. He's actually going full bore and like, yeah, he went full bore on him. Like, bam, 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 I win. Bam, 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 I win. So, basically knocking him out. He still has traits of this first form and second form. So, he multiplies himself and he can shoot ice breath, and like, he did one thing. He went inside of All For One's by just removing his like mouth or the helmet that was in front of his mouth. He went inside and like as he grabs the One For All or no All For One's quirk, mortality quirk, and he came right out as he says, as he or actually he was cruel, so he says, "You are no more," as he crushed it with his fiery fist thing. That one. Then All For One died. Zuko was as the is now the most powerfulest person in the entire world. Yeah. I'm making him more powerful than the like in canon of Ben 10 or his alien thing. So yeah, some people are like, watch out, he might roast you with those, as he always takes everything as a joke. But when he gets serious, well, he becomes that super serious stuff. So, yeah, now he as All For One, or no, not All For One, as the doctor says, huh, good job, Zuko, because he wanted to, or because Zuko hated like All For One, because how he was such a jerk, and the doctor knows that, so he says, go right ahead. And yeah, as Shirakisan didn't know that the doctor decided to told Zuko to go and kill All For One. So yeah, then All Might looks at him and like, man, he really proved himself to. As a bunch of Nomu stops attacking the pro heroes, the Nomu start attacking, or not attacking. They went up to Zuko, as he says, or actually Nomu's actually roar, like roar, 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 roar. So Zuko, or no, Nezu, or no, not Nezu. The Zuko understands them, so yeah, he says, "Hey," as he looks at All Might and says, "Huh, I really didn't commit any crimes, have I?" As he turns his head, as All Might knows that Zuko wasn't at the USJ, and he didn't commit any crimes. And plus, there was a little bit of a glitch. But Nezu didn't figure that out in time. So yeah, but he did figure out why it was glitching. So he fixed it before. As he says, Zuko Midoriya, you are now the holding a world's record because you broke. So yeah, Zuko was pretty powerful. As yeah, he's in class 1A, and now he got accepted to school before. As she says, good job, big brother. Yeah, good job. Yeah, so he's a wielder of world record. He has powers that can back it up. He has all or one for all because All Might gave him it. And yeah. Then now I'm skipping all the way. I'm skipping that dodgeball thing and do overhaul fight. So yeah, Zuko took care of overhaul thing. And yeah, Zuko is basically as yeah. Ochako always heard that Zuko is the like I'll make a bet that if he threw that ball into probably next week. Trust me on it. So yeah. She's in class 1A. And then she's in class 1A with her brother too. So yeah. He caught up on all of his work before. And so he became a lot more powerful. He trained his body more and more every single day, every single minute. So he doesn't spend time with his friends like his sister is doing, or both sisters are doing. So, yeah. Then, when he transformed into... Because he was... quite literally wanted to... like eat something. So he transforms back into his cute self. As everybody's looking over, including Maya. It was before school. So that was a couple days after that incident. So she looks over and sees all of them see a cute little turtle thing. So yeah, he walks on his hands and knees. Yeah. Then Uraka's is so, or she says, that's so cute. Yeah. As he says, I have the powers of, I can multiply my body and I can shoot ice. So, and my look is just not weird. Okay? As yeah, he makes like that girl even like she loves spooky, so she's kind of down when yeah. So now it seems like too short to me. So let's do it to 55. And I'm skipping the overhaul fight. I forgot to mention that. Into, you know what? Please leave a like, share, subscribe. And if you want me to do the what if I was, or if I meet female way bad from Ben 10, please leave a like, share, subscribe.